Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing good. I cannot complain myself. So today we're going to be going over a clip from the Fresh and Fit podcast. Okay. Interesting. I don't agree with everything Myron says, but sometimes he's, speaking the truth. Even if it's, he's regurgitating or he's basically repeating something that, is found to be true. Hey, it's true. Okay. And but more importantly, I want to focus on like how hurt this young lady was with Myron basically just telling the truth, right? And I'm not on nobody's tip like praising the Fresh and Fit podcast or praising Myron for his stance or his opinion, because everybody's opinions and positions on certain arguments can change or whatnot. I'm not doing that. I'm not here for that. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy because like this lady's reaction, again, it's a clip. I don't know how the whole podcast went. I don't know how that dynamic went and how, if it was just too much, and that's kind of like, she kind of thought it was going a certain way, but it actually wasn't. And at the end of the day, you see, it's like these feelings is what she's harboring at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just confusing, and it's not true. It's just not true at the end of the day. I'm gonna play the clip. I'll be back.
Saying that you wouldn't be with a single mother that's a millionaire?
It wouldn't be my first option, no.
You said a millionaire wouldn't want to be with a single mother that's a millionaire.
If he can go ahead and get a girl that doesn't have a child, he'll prefer that, yes. Men are very different than women, because when a guy comes into a woman's relationship or a relationship with a woman and she has a child, he's going to be expected to take care of that child to a degree. You don't just get with that girl, you get with that girl and that child. And here's the other thing you got to remember. If we break up and I build a bond with that child, I now lose you and the child. And I can't have any type of parental rights to that child because it's your biological child, not mine. I'm a stepfather. So I lose you, the child, alimony, house, 50%. So it's an L for me. It's not worth the risk.
So I'm like, what's really interesting on this clip is it's so laid out, right? Now, hey, do I believe in, hey, remarriage, or, you had a child and, things didn't go right in that relationship, and so you can get another relationship, you can get another marriage, and, you guys can live happily ever after. Yes, I believe in that. I do believe in that. However, this lady came to the Fresh Fit podcast, Myron's podcast, basically, right? And she is visibly this upset because he's stating his opinion and what he believes to be true, which I think is true. Now, you do have guys that are like, going, and I'm serious, you have guys who are like, they're getting married, they're on their third and fourth, fifth marriage, and they're like okay with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, their resources are just spent. I mean, I would be spent. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So I can only speak from, my point of view on this one, right? I mean, you could speak from someone else's point of view. You could, but he chose to not do that. And I think that was, that was wise, because it's like, so her argument basically is, well, I got $1 million. So you see what I'm saying? This is the reasoning. And you have to, this is the reasoning. And I have to say this, look how upset she was. Because, I mean, it's like a horse and pony show. It's like, I'm waving the $1 million in front of your face like, I got $1 million. Like, do you not care? I have this much money, and is this not enough to entice you to want to commit to a marriage with me, or get into a marriage with me? It's like, it's so much more to that. And it's just so, it's insane. And she drew that line. She made that distinction in the argument as like, well, hold on. I think Myron did. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. I think Myron made that distinction, but she was very upset about it. Okay, she couldn't see why. But you know what? She zeroed in on it. So I'm that's good enough for me, right? Because here goes. This is an old saying, right? It's a pack of dogs, right? And if you throw a rock and you hear a dog holler, that's the one that got hit. That's an old saying, okay? So you guys can use it. You can add it to your repertoire of sayings. I gave it to you, okay? So basically, that's what happened. She zeroed in. He's trying to make a point, and what she did was she butted in, zeroed in on the point he was making, and just went straight in on that. Like, she could not understand. She was baffled. She was confounded. She was confused. She was lost. She couldn't follow his train of thought. She was just like, you know what? I got $1 million and he got $1 million. Like, what's the big deal? And I got a kid. Well, it's first of all, it's like, man, like, if you could sit, like, I don't even know how to attack this. It's insane. But it's like that's how greedy people are. That's how greedy people are. That's how unhappy people are. Oh my goodness. And it's like they're so oblivious to it. They are and I can empathize with her, right? Because you're kind of clueless to what's going on, but it's like you are now being perceived this way to where you have paint on your hands, right? Okay, and like we're trying to figure out why is there paint all over, like, various things that it's communal, right? So everybody's going to use this, right? It's communal property, but like we're trying to figure out who's putting paint on this stuff, and you have paint on your hand, and you like you're not telling nobody, and you know what, you're going to keep touching everything, and you're going to muddy the waters even more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? And then like I here goes another point. It's like, why would you? I mean, I get it. These things happen. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, there's anomalies, right? To where a guy's young, right? No kids, and maybe he wants to do that. Maybe he wants to, be a stepfather, right? Still, like I said, that still falls in this scenario. If this doesn't work out, which is a possibility, all right, look at statistics. Okay, after the first marriage fails, it's automatically going down, the percentage of like having a successful marriage come out of that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's possible. But for the vast majority, it's like, why would you trend that way if it's a slim chance? It's like you playing the lottery. Like everybody's gonna play the lottery, right? Because everybody is gonna want to hit, but not everybody's gonna hit. It's one of those things. But in conclusion, because this video is gonna be so long if I just nitpick every little scene in this 47 second clip. But the thing is, she was this upset. That in conclusion, she was this visibly upset, and this is how she dealt with it. She removed herself, which I think was a good thing, right? If she didn't have anything good to say, right? She didn't say anything at all. She just removed herself from that situation. That was maturity. Before people, rain on her parade, that was maturity, But when you're looking at it from, that standpoint of maturity, it's like she, you know, I can create so many points of how she's immature just from the way she handled that situation. And it was like a very beginner level to maturity, if she, you know, what she was showing it. You know, other people would be irate, argue. Well, it's a talk show, basically. It's a podcast. You're supposed to talk. If you got a point, argue your point, right? But it's just like, that is what she was, those feelings, at the end of the day, she was harboring those feelings. And you have to be, yeah, that's why you have to vet people, man. And you have to see what they really want, because I mean, he's not even, I mean, ridiculous, man. And you have people that out there that think like that, and they're that, you know, greedy to where, you know, they want all the fresh picks, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're not, you know, they're not looking in and looking at, you know, at themselves and seeing what they're doing wrong, what type of ideology they have. And it is what it is at the end of the day, you know. I'm not saying that can't happen, is what she's saying, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you got $1 million and, you know, I'm rich, you're rich, or whatever, why wouldn't I look for somebody like to have like a fresh start with? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a saying, right? Like, you just looking for a fresh start, right? And it's like, you would deny somebody that. You know what I'm saying? It just, I can pull so many examples. It's basically you're just withholding very valuable information, and, you know, to this guy's happiness. Something, you know, some things that's it, guys. Peace. I'm out.